Your Space Coast vacation is preparing for liftoff. Start counting down now. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's time for a beach vacay that feels like heaven. 6, 5, 4. Come explore Melbourne and the beaches. 3, 2, 1. It's time for some rocket-filled fun. Count down to your best beach vacation ever on Florida's Space Coast. Launch your planning now at visitspacecoast.com. That's visitspacecoast.com.
J360 Radio.
Hey, what's going on, J360 Legion? Welcome to the J360 Mini Bites, hosted by J.M. Brady. And I'm your host, J.M. Brady. So let's get into it. Hey, everybody, it's time for a new week. Yeah. Hey, your eyes do not deceive you. You did get a J-Man episode on Monday. Yep, that was part of a deal I had for you because you guys didn't have one last week. So, I always try to make up some of the shows that I miss out on. That way, so you're not left hanging. And then there's some of y'all that need to catch up anyway because, well, you know how it goes. But, hey, we're here to start off your week just right, and I hope you're all doing just well out there. As for me, guess what? I won't have to hold back on this one, but it's Jams Week, baby. That's right. Jams 23 is happening on Friday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And man, we got a pretty good lineup coming in because, we're going to have a lot of debuts. We're going to have some old favorites coming back. And all the songs is just crisp. So one way or another, it's looking good. And for those of you out there who have not submitted yet, because of the way things were last week, I'm going to go ahead and extend it to Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. this time. So at that point, that's cut off, all right? So that's what we're going to be doing as far as jams is. Also, today was more or less like R&D for jams because I was running around, I was realizing that I need to go ahead and find a better way to keep up with everybody because I know I have the Discord and the Discord's doing fine. By the way, for those of you that are on the Discord and stuff, get involved. Go ahead and participate. Post anything you want. Just have a good time on it because one way or another, that thing is starting to get lit because I built it for a reason, for everybody to communicate. But I know that some of y'all are not too big on Discord, so I'm going to try to go ahead and form something on Twitter a little bit. I'm actually taking my list and transferring it over on Twitter so that everybody can come together. You can find it. It says Jam Fam. So one way or another, it works for all of you guys. So just pay attention. And if you really need me to send you right there, I'll just post it on the actual site sometime, One way or another, it's just a way of keeping us all together. And I've been looking for some of you on YouTube as well. So, hey, J360 TV's right there, and it's part of J360 Productions. It's called Unity, baby. Unity. But one way or another, I like how the group's growing, and I like how a lot of newer people are starting to step in addition to the old favorites. And then, there are people, from way back on the first episode that have been paying attention lately. And I'm like, you guys can send your tracks anytime for any J360 Jams episode. We're family. That's how it works. So, one way or another, don't be shy. Come on out, put your package together, send them my way. And something, don't worry about the choice of tracks. Just have a good time because Jams is not just a synthwave show. I'm going to go ahead and clear the air on this right now. Jams is a music show. All genres are allowed. And something maybe to stick it to some people that think that we can't have 7-minute ballads play on J360 Jams. I proved that MF wrong because as far as I'm concerned, I have done it. So, only thing I ask is 2 tracks and a link that best sells and represents you. And email j360productions@outlook.com if you have any questions. But hey, Friday is the day, so make sure you mark that in. And speaking of which, you have another J-Man episode coming up tomorrow, and we're going to be covering the Monsterverse. We're going to be looking at every single movie. We're going to look into it. We're not going to go ahead and dig deep through it. Don't have that much time. But we're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to review Godzilla vs. Kong and, the ways it could have been improved or how I really felt about it, because I owe you guys that one. And that's your 2 J-Man episodes. And then, of course, you got Jams. The Power Play is being reworked right now. You are getting another Power Play episode. Not a Showdown series episode, but you are getting another regular Power Play episode because we got to beat the Groundhog's Day loop out of the Bioshock series. I got a lot more games to play. And now for our feature presentation. Now, for those of you on the J360 Legion and those of you in the Jam fam, guess what? Just go ahead and sit in your corner, drink your tea, because I'm going after society right now. Yeah, now back to society. What the hell is wrong with you? Okay, so, you know something? It's good that Disneyland is opening. It's good that a lot of stuff are starting to open up again, but I get that feeling that things are probably going to be fluctuating back and forth, as in being open or half open and all that kind of stuff. The CDC is confusing as hell with its statements and all. I'm looking over at that, and I'm like, do you know how little that narrows it down? Oh yeah, I can walk out in the daylight and everything else, unless I'm in part of a small group with other vaccinated people. Do you know that people counterfeit vaccinate tickets all the time and stuff? People are crazy now. They find ways to go about doing this stuff, and everybody can lie. Like, you'll have, like, the people that did get vaccinated, the people that are halfway vaccinated, and then you got the people that had no intention of being vaccinated, even though now things are getting open to a standard where anybody can go and get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's like one way or another. We're just asking for disasters on this level, right? Because everybody's so quick to want to get back to their normal lives. Whereas with me, yeah, I want a better life, but I want things to be a little bit more, forthcoming, a little bit more. And I know I'm asking much of this. I want things to be rewarding. I want things to be like, let's go ahead and solve this problem and go through the procedures and learn from it. But it seemed like nobody's learned from this stuff. And I blame a lot of those people out there who acted like there was no pandemic going around. That's what I like to, go ahead and talk about. And then, some of those people are in them state offices, too. It don't make no damn sense, man. And, one way or another, it's like, yeah, things haven't made sense for, about the last 10 years. But, now would be the time to actually get some sense and kick in. And then while we're on the subject, I do not have time to be in a society that worries about the trials and tribulation of cartoon characters. Yeah, sir, Pepe Le Pew first, but now Snow White, right? Disneyland's open again. You go on the Snow White ride. You see where the climax happens. And then you see things are starting to get back to normal. But Snow White is in that deep sleep. And then Prince Charming does his job. Kisses her with true love's kiss, by the way. Because she's been dreaming about him. And they actually did talk. And they actually did meet up. Remember? Did you watch this damn movie before you judged it? I don't think you did. And as soon as they kissed, she awakens, and then guess what? They ride off on that horse together for happily ever after, and you hope things work out. Now, as I explain that to you, that's how we live now, because you gotta explain fairy tales to people. You gotta explain these movies to people, because people now are outraged by this. I'm like, look, don't get mad about something you'll never get. Just because the cartoons get to second base, or they manage to find love and you don't, doesn't mean you gotta take it out on them on that, Some of y'all can't even handle either hetero, gay, or bi, or whatever kind of relationship it is. You just can't handle it. Nowadays, people get all bugged out because somebody even looked at them and said, you know what? I think you're cute. Seeing that and flip out over there. And not in a good Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer way either. Flip off over nothing. Be like, I don't want to go for a coffee or any of that stuff. Yeah, I remember that BS, where that feminist wigged out because some guy asked her if they want to go get a coffee sometime. The way of social interaction nowadays is BS. People are not coming together like they're supposed to. And it's really damn disgusting. It's like, we're a social species. All right? Have you noticed that a lot of people are very... we make fun of the creepy and the cringe because quite a lot of people are creepy and cringe. Because quite a lot of people don't know how to get out of that comfort. Yeah, some people are comfort in their creep, and they don't actually try to meet people. See, that's the thing about me. People at one time try to lump me into their whole thing, and I'm like, don't lump me into your nonsense. Don't lump me into any of your stuff. I actually go out and talk to people, meet up with people, and been on dates. And, dare I say it, ladies and gentlemen, had sex. Wow! The truth is, I just go about it like any other person would. I'm cool. People don't understand, there are levels to get there first. Unless, you're being the payer or the player. Now, if you're doing that kind of stuff and things, and you're tired of it, then maybe you should find another way of going about things. But I don't know why people are getting wigged out because of this kid. Oh, she was unconscious. She's unaware. You don't know that. Were you feeling it? Were you in there feeling what she was feeling? Are we that concerned about that? Like, once again, like, there are problems out here, folks. You know, race relations, that's a problem. You know, housing, infrastructure, energy fields, and all. Those are crises and problems. And as I'm talking about energy fields, I'm talking about oil, and I'm talking about solar, and I'm talking about, like, what are we going to do for the next few years to make this life livable and achievable? I'm talking about things where, you know, everybody's talking about, like, you know, gas prices are going to increase. What are we going to do? Well, maybe we need to get the hell away from that, right? Maybe we need alternative fuel sources. Maybe we need to look into renewable energy. That's a problem that needs to be solved. And then the whole thing with all of this stuff around us, and you worried about cartoon characters kissing. And it doesn't make any damn sense. By the way, it's May the 4th, and, you know, speaking of more Disney crap, and this isn't entirely Disney crap, though. Shout outs to Star Wars, though. I love it. It's amazing, except for the sequel trilogy and all that Kathleen Kennedy BS. I do love Star Wars still. But going back into what I was saying, it's like people are making all these things out of nowhere, and then that becomes center stage conflicts. And it's like, no. As a matter of fact, I know how Disney likes to pander to people who complain too damn much. I'm just going to say this. If you ever see this crap, one thing is, don't change a damn thing. It's part of history. And another thing is, they're just going to have to deal with it. Because, I mean, like, I can understand if you're flipping out on historical moments that happen, and I can understand if you flip out on things that are not easy to talk about. But you see, two cartoon characters kissing, I mean, that's the whole resolution for that story. Matter of fact, it's even in the one movie that pretty much saved the Walt Disney Corporation. So, yeah. I mean, what are you going to do next? Go ahead and take it out on the Little Mermaid? Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be surprised. But as we get there, too. Oh, another thing I want to talk about. So, you know about my whole thing with the Mortal Kombat movie and all? And then I see, like, you know, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They were talking about, like, oh, you know, we could have had, like, try to get some cameo appearances from other characters. And then, like, I saw, like, the one where they were like, oh, Doctor Strange could have been in WandaVision. Doctor Strange, for the last time, could have been, but wasn't, all right? It's like they do that crap to go ahead and cleanse the palate. Like, I had an idea, too. Like, there are times where I do it, where I speak about in hindsight, I had an original plan, and then I would shoot it, but it would be relevant for that episode, and then I wouldn't keep bringing it up, you know? It's just like this. If Doctor Strange was meant to be in there, it'd be a nice little tie-in, but at the same time, it's like this. That's the MCU, right? Isn't the one selling point is that all of our heroes are actually in a new medium, which is film, and they all can meet up with each other at certain points in the story? Isn't that what that whole driving conflict, not conflict, but you know, that whole driving reward is? But we already knew Wanda was going to be in the next Doctor Strange movie anyway. And still, they could go ahead and film that thing if they're going to release it on media. You know, blank media, that is. Because I know there's plenty of people out there who will happily buy the series. So it's like, at the end of the damn day, stop teasing us with this crap and just do the damn thing. I would love to see if the X-Men pop up in there once or twice. That'd be kind of nice. You know, they already made like a little tease to that with Quicksilver. I mean, at the end of the day, they already own them. Go all out, Disney, whatever, you know? That would be my complaint. But then again, of course, you know, all the fan theories and stuff like that, the fandom is showing, like, they'll all say, oh, my fan theory didn't work out. Oh, you know, all my stuff didn't come together. Yeah, big damn whoop. There's going to be another show. The Loki show's coming. Why don't you save all your time for that? I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, mind you, but at the same time, I just look at it and I'm like, get over yourself. Got plenty of other stuff coming ahead. I mean, like, pretty much we done seen what Phase 4 is looking like, and it's looking pretty damn good. I hope we get another Spider-Man movie, though, because I can't get enough of Tom Holland as Spider-Man, and I hope, like, you know, we get that big payoff in this one. You know what I mean? Because for me, 3 movies isn't enough, you know? And I can clearly say that for a lot of you guys in the fandom, too. But yeah, when I go about that kind of stuff and I hear, like, the director says, it's nice to hear those director's notes. But when you know the director or the writer's head is too fat and you can't get away from these people and they keep bragging about all this stuff, it's like at the end of the damn day, it's time to mute, turn off the TV, and work on my own stuff. Just letting you know on that. But other than that, though, things are going to be looking pretty good. You guys got a full week ahead of J360 content. And then as I go about and hope that people don't try to tear into me on this. But at the same time, I don't give a damn. I'm ready to go to war anyway. You know what I mean? Let's do our little Game of Thrones edition on podcasting, huh? Yeah, let's do that. I'm ready for it. Shoot. I mean, guess what? Because I have like over, 5 seasons of the J-Man Show? You can't tell me nothing. Oh, God, I'm having too much fun with that. But hey, all in all, though, I love and care about the fan base, and I love and care about all of you other people out here. Like, one way or another, it just keeps me fired up and ready to do these shows every week. So, I got nothing but respect for y'all, and we got something pretty big happening. So, just stay tuned. But I'll be back with the J-Man Show tomorrow at 10. So, peace.
Your Space Coast vacation is preparing for liftoff. Start counting down now. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's time for a beach vacay that feels like heaven. 6, 5, 4. Come explore Melbourne and the beaches. 3, 2, 1. It's time for some rocket-filled fun. Countdown to your best beach vacation ever on Florida's Space Coast. Launch your planning now at visitspacecoast.com. That's visitspacecoast.com.